The camera? Okay.
We're at us. Oh, okay.
Hey everyone, that was a perfect timing where the camera jumped on. I'm here. Dr. Sterling's here with Sarah Grace, who's a patient experience coordinator in the St. George office. I saw a post that Jared put on social media, and I thought this is really worth talking about. The post says treatment is a team sport, and he quotes Dr. Keith Darrow. Okay, and I'll let Sarah Grace read her post.
Jared quoted me and said, "I've always felt on the same level of impact as the doctors."
Okay.
Dr. Sterling's quote.
My quote says, "I've never felt more important than our PECs." Okay, I think this is worth discussing because when it comes to a team and it comes to a success, we all need to be on the same page, and um, there's no one in my team that is less than anyone else, right? As a team, we work together to achieve objectives and to achieve goals. Um, Tell me, so what do you feel about when I say that? I mean, what does that bring in your mind?
I think it's so important to remember whether you're a doctor, a provider, a patient experience coordinator, a treatment scheduler, a marketer, wherever your role is on the team, I think it's so important to realize that the goals cannot be met without that single person on your team. You can't get your goal of treatment starts a week if I'm not on the phone booking quality appointments.
Absolutely. And I would say I try to butter the squeaky wheel or oil the squeaky wheel. I try to be extra kind because I want to see those patients, right? So when we go into this, I think the biggest mindset thing that we need to have is within our core values, right? Because it's not about me, it's about the patient. It's not finding a way to say yes is a team effort when it comes to treating our patient, treat every patient properly. I think we should treat every person properly. And so our core values is really what propels me to make sure that I'm on the same page with my teammate. Now, the trick comes is when I'm messing up or when I see Sarah Grace not following for our process or procedures, I need to do something about it. And I need to be on the same playing field as that individual, not above that person, not slapping their hands, but in a way that shows that, hey, can we get on the same page with this process procedure?
I was going to say it's so incredible to see the culture that we've created at hearing and brain centers, where I feel like almost probably equal amount of times I'm recalibrating Dr. Sterling on the process just as much as he is to a PEC. And I think, again, that's so important to understand that the calibrations go both ways.
Absolutely. And the way that I take that is like, I take that as trying to learn and do the perspective, right? So if I'm breaking the process and not getting that motivation of the person in the first room, and I'm dropping the ball, I Sarah Grace says, hey, you messed up here. Can we recalibrate? We have a role play, we get it done, right? Or if we see certain things on the notes and I get down on myself, we get it done, right? And so what the culture we want to build is to build that culture where we are on the same playing field. We interact with each other. We have we are making the change in people's life. So when it comes to treatment starts, it's not my treatment starts. Okay, even though I'm the provider that saw them through that, but Sarah Grace had as much as an influence on that as I did. Alyssa had as much as influence. Sarah Draper had as much of an influence. Each touch point along the way had much of an influence. And how grateful I am to have a patient that comes in ready and prepared, right? And those conversations don't happen through me, it happens over the phone. And when that patient comes in, I'm ready to step in. And so passing that baton, seeing the person through the whole venture, uh, we need every person on the team.
Mm-hmm. The last thing I wanted to say, just to bring it back full circle, is the part of the culture that I like to believe that we have at hearing and brain centers is assuming good intentions.
Yeah.
I've never ever felt Dr. Sterling recalibrating me or speaking down to me when there's somewhere I could be doing better. And to wrap that full circle, treat every patient properly. We can't do that without team collaboration, a culture of we want to do better, we want to be better, good, better, best. So it's so important to assume good intentions when having those conversations, doctor to PDC, PDC to doctor, treatment
Absolutely.
scheduler, marketer, role player, trainer, whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah, leave your ego at the door. Leave your, when someone comes to correct me, I leave my ego out the door. I say, okay, this is where I need to be to improve. And so when I talk to somebody, I don't put myself above. I say, okay, look, these were great things, and these are things we need to work on. Simple as that. And the best thing we can do is have a good culture, because that's going to help us hit the goals. If we're not, we're going to be shy every single time. A best team is really what we need, right? Talent is just one part of it, right? But if we work hard as a team, that's when we're going to win.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought it needed to be talked about. I love the post that you did, Jared, and I think this is something that we really need to strive to have within all our organizations. Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
And cut.
And cut.